Hello everyone, and welcome to Cole's Backyard Coop. Can't believe we're in March already, March 2nd to be exact. I wanted to bring you a video on hanging the feeder and the waterer. I've had a few questions about that, and I wanted to show you what we did. And it really is effective in keeping the feeder clean, giving the girls a way to get to the feed that'll prevent waste. And in the water container, it keeps the water nice and clean and is at a height where they can reach it perfectly. I also do the stepping stones underneath, which is a way to keep them from hollowing out underneath the feeder and the waterer. And it's a nice way that they file their nails down too, which keeps them at a good length as well. So they will try to dig all the way around the feeder, but if you put that stone there, bless you, if you put that stone there, it kind of prevents them from digging too much, but it still gives them great access to the feeder. Okay, so what we did was my husband started out with, I told him I wanted to do an eye screw, the largest size eye screw that they make from Lowe's, Home Depot, Ace Hardware, any of those. And then you screw that into something good like a 2x4 that's going to be able to support the weight. And then off of that, we have a plastic coated clothesline is what we're using. It's green. I don't know if you could tell that it's green, but you want to leave yourself a little extra up top so you can kind of wind it around like my husband did to support it. And then in the middle of that is a steel cord. And then he brought it down to the length that I wanted. And note that you can adjust the length if you need to, because you could start doing this method when they're a couple months old and then adjust the height up as they get taller. Now this is a 30-pound feeder with a 14-inch pan, and you can adjust how much feed comes out of the pan. So I have it adjusted to the smallest opening because that helps prevent waste. And then I use crumbles, so they just flow down, gravity fed. As they eat, it flows down, and then I have a lid on here to keep them from getting in there. I just fill it from the top, and then it goes down. Now, what we did to support the feeder is we used a spring clip on the handle of the feeder so that I can take it on and off when needed with no problem. So that's going to make it nice and easy for you to clean the feeder if you want, or just change out the feeder if you need to. And that's just going to keep things very simple for you. So again, we used steel clothesline that's coated with plastic. You need your eye hook or eye screw, and then one of the spring clips is going to make that real easy to take on and off. Now, the water container, as you can see, they're demonstrating it right now. We did the same situation with one difference, and I'll show you that. So first you're going to have your eye screw at the top, okay, with your cord coming down that you can adjust if you need to. This clothesline's very strong and not real easy to bend, but you know, you can twist it around like he did for me. And then we did the spring clip. This is a 2-gallon water container that's gravity fed. So it's the inner outer wall, which I like. And as you can see, it keeps the water pretty darn clean. If there's dirt on their beak, of course, that's going to get in there, but they can't kick anything at the height that I have it. They can't kick anything into the water. Now, the one thing that's different about this water container is on the feed container, it had like a little arch in the middle where the spring clip fits perfectly. This is a straight handle. So what we did was we put 2 zip ties on either side of where the spring clip is going to sit so that it holds it in the middle, because if it goes from one side to the other side, the water's just going to spill out. So it keeps it right in the middle and avoids any issues. And then I can simply undo the spring clip very easily. Just takes a 2-hand process, but you spring that in, take your water container off, go wash it, fill it up, and then put it right back on there, and it fits perfectly between the 2 zip ties. So that gives you a close-up look at that. And then with the stone underneath, they can't hollow it out and make a mess under there. So this is how we have our feed and water set up. Setting it on the ground is okay when they're little tiny chicks, but even when they're small chicks and they get to be a week or 2 old, you know how they kick the pine shavings into it. So then you put it on top of a brick or something else, and then slowly that gets old. So hanging it, suspending it from the ceiling like we've done is really the way to go. And this clothesline is super strong. Won't have an issue with it rusting or anything because it's coated. And then the feed and water containers will last you forever. I switch my water container out annually because it just starts to rust a little bit inside and it just gets yucky to where I don't want to mess with it. So the brand that I use on the feed and water container is the same. It's called Little Giant. And their feed and water containers are, you know, the stainless steel, so it's really nice. So that's the brand I use for the feeder too. So yeah, just thought I'd bring you that little information, guys. Hopefully that's helpful to some of you that are not sure what to do with your feed and water containers. If you have any questions, please put those in the comments. Be happy to respond. Like the video if you did. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. I welcome all new viewers. Thank you for watching. And we've been getting a lot of new subscribers. I've been doing shorts and all kinds of fun stuff like that, quick hits like that, just to keep everybody engaged and share the chickens with you. And this I thought would be a helpful video for those that are not sure what to do with their feed and water containers and how to keep them clean, and it keeps your chickens healthy as well. Not having them drink dirty water is important. Their water source should always be nice and clean. I change it out twice a day, in the morning and then again in the afternoon before they go to bed. And then the feeder doesn't need to be cleaned out as often, but I do wipe it out and then add feed from the top. So that's it, guys. If you have any questions, please post those in the comments. And until the next video, which I will have another chicken breeds video coming up, and I'm going to feature the Colombian wine dots. Those right there. Pretty birds. All right, guys, until the next video, hope everyone is well out there. It's March already. Spring is in the air. And everyone take care and happy chicken keeping. Say bye, Stetson.